Well, welcome back. Uh, didn't have a video last week. Apologies. But the weather just way too nice. And I've been living in New England for about a decade now. And I've learned that whenever it snows that early, that it's Mother Nature's way of kind of warning. It's just trying to tell you, like, hey, you know, all those outdoor projects, let's wrap them up. So I took her advice and I went ahead and worked on my porch. Oh, by the way, um, I've got circling around here like sharks who smell blood. I've got both my cats, so there's a chance that you might actually hear or see Sophie today. Now, Biscuit's always my guiding force, sitting over in the corner. But anyways, another thing is that I had mentioned that I wanted to spread out the challenges that I wanted to because I wanted to make sure I had stuff that lasted a while. That wasn't entirely true because there are plenty of challenges out there. There's like the League of Fire has challenges. There's companies that have challenges but aren't part of League of Fire. And then there's just products that are spicy and interesting and I want to try them. Now, I enjoy these videos. I enjoy doing them, and people have told me that they look forward to them. They watch them with their kids. And it provides me a unique opportunity to not only try brand new, like super spicy, like foods in different forms or fashion, but if I can do that and entertain people by lighting my mouth on fire, then hey, we all win. The only thing is that when the video ends, most people don't know about the after party. You know what happens at the end of all of this, and I know some people are already snickering, like, "Oh, I know what happens at the very end. You need an ice cream cone." Actually, to be honest, that has never been an issue. It's never been a problem. What happens in between, that's where the issues are. Like when we do these spicy challenges and that spicy video, then there's that when the time limit is over, that challenge isn't over. Not by a damn stretch. In fact, sometimes those things, that adventure keeps going way after I hit the stop button. And depending on the severity of the challenge, it could go on for like 5-10 minutes. Could be a couple hours. It actually, in some cases, might last the entire day. And therein lies the crux of the issue. It's the timing thing. Because if you're going to do one of these challenges, especially the spicy ones, you need to plan your day around it. There's no way around it. You have to prep for it so you can lessen the impact, and then you do the video eating it, and then what happens afterwards. That's actually the big part, because what happens afterwards is, depending on how severe the challenge is, you may end up with something called capsaicin cramps, or some people nickname it was a gut bomb. And when that hits, you're done. You can't really do anything. So when you plan for these things, you got to plan for the whole day. And the harder the challenge, the more likely you're going to have that happen over and over again. Just think about it. As people, we weren't meant to eat things with like 9 million or 13 million or 15 million Scoville units. Normal people, we're not supposed. Well, then there's people like Johnny Scoville, who that dude probably brushes his teeth with a Carolina Reaper. But normal people, we're not meant to ingest that stuff. In fact, that stuff is meant to be put in a can and sprayed to stop a charging elephant. But with people like me, what we like to do is we like, you know what? We should put that in a cookie and then eat it. And then when you eat that cookie, you have to deal with the after effects. Now, I know exactly what I'm doing when I get into this. I like the spice. I like the flavor sometimes. You get kind of a rush off of the spiciness. And I know what happens afterwards. I deal with it. It comes with the game. The problem is that it's not that I don't want to do those anymore, or I've lost the interest in it. It's because it's the timing thing. It's like when you do these big challenges, your day is pretty much done. It's already written off, because when these things happen, when these gut bombs start coming in, they come in waves. And some people, they've done this, they've talked about it on videos, or they've actually had it filmed, where it happens and they make a beeline straight for the bathroom, and that stuff is coming back up because it's not meant to be in the human body. Now I haven't had that part happen, but I've had it to the point where it's you just lock up, you freeze. Now people are like, why would you do that? Like I said, you've got both sides of the coin. It's awesome on one side, but it's still kind of, and that's where the problem comes in as far as like doing these videos constantly, is that it wasn't that I didn't want to do them anymore. It's because as I was doing the League of Fire, which every one of those challenges are legitimate. So you doing those back to back to back, it was starting to be like, I can't do anything the rest of the day. It was getting hard to manage the time on doing these things. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to start mixing things up, because I have to, I can't keep doing it over and over again, because it does get fatiguing on top of that. I mean, when you feel that cramp coming in, and like I said, stuff like the Hell Puff challenge, those cramps come in and they don't let go, and then they come back after a while. It's a pretty sharp, intense pain, but it's also kind of dull at the same time. I know that doesn't make a damn bit of sense that I said sharp and dull at the same time, but it's fairly intense, and it's all encompassing. And the only way I can describe it is, like if you were to like swallow a pufferfish, and that pufferfish was wearing a cactus for a sweater. You get done with the challenge, and then about an hour later, maybe 2 hours later, you'll get up to go get something, and all of a sudden you scare the pufferfish, and it blows up. And it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for that fish to settle down. That's better. And then an hour later, boom, puffs up again. And the harder the challenge, the more often that happens. Like I said, some challenges, 5-10 minutes and you're done, you're good. But with stuff like the Old Agnes, that Rice Krispie treat, that one was bad. That was a pretty tough gut bomb. And it has, for me, I can't really speak on anyone else, but it seems like the stuff that is extract heavy, those seem to be the ones that are the worst ones. So I'm going to be starting mixing stuff up, stuff that isn't a challenge, and stuff that I just want to try that are still spicy. I have enough League of Fire points where I'm like 50 or 60 in the world, so we can still keep going. I still have League of Fire challenges, but it's like I don't need to keep doing them back to back to back to back. And I have plenty of stuff that is not spicy that I've been wanting to try for a while, like this. This has been sitting in my refrigerator for weeks. Don't worry, it's not like it's moldy or bad. It's like it's sealed and everything's good about it. But it's every time I open my refrigerator, it's been laughing at me like, ha ha ha, I know you want to eat me, which I do, because I've seen this on I've seen YouTube videos of people reviewing this, and every time it's like, man, that looks delicious. That looks amazing. Can't wait to try it. And it's still in the back of my head. It's like, hey, dummy, you do know that it's in your refrigerator right now, at this very moment. You can't eat it. And there's been a couple times where I've wanted to eat this, but I didn't care if it was going to be on video or not. But luckily, this is a good segue into actually doing stuff that's not a challenge and stuff that is a challenge. So it's a good kind of a good break. It's still spicy. Now, this is by the Inferno Candy Company. This is their Black Widow. This is I'll read it for verbatim. It's a chocolate fudge brownie stuffed with Carolina Reaper infused maraschino cherries. Every time I've seen somebody do a video of this, it looks amazing. And I have been wanting to do this for a while, but things, just like I said, I was doing all those other challenges, and this isn't a challenge. Now, if you've heard the Inferno Candy Company before, it's because they are the ones who did the Hell Puff. Look at this. This looks amazing. These guys are, like I said, they did the Hell Puffs. They have multiple levels of different challenges. What's that, Biscuit? No, you can't have this one. This one's me. Now, they're known for spicy treats, but they have different levels. Now, if you go there and you happen to come across any bags that are gold, if you're a normal person, you're going to avoid that bag at all costs, because that's their challenge edition. And Kirk, you'll back me up on this. The gold bags are to be avoided at all costs if you're just a regular person. Now these silver bags, now I'm not saying this stuff isn't spicy, but they're not the challenge type stuff. So, oh, speaking of which, the Inferno Candy Company, they just put out a challenge. Literally just put it out, and I've ordered it. Now, I can't describe what it is, but the thing is that no one else is on YouTube has done it yet, so I'm hoping to be one of the first people to do it. And as soon as that gets into to my house, I'm going to do the challenge right then and there. So stay tuned for that. But here's the brownie. This is going to be this isn't a challenge, like I said. Oh, it smells just like what you'd expect a brownie to taste like, smell like. It's very chocolatey, and it has some weight to it. Now, people, they open it up just to see where the cherries are, and got one of them. Some people get lots of cherries. This one was it's one, but it's really not the whole thing. I wanted to try this for a while because it looks delicious. Oh, there's another cherry right there. Damn, that's good. Very moist. Moist. Now the Reaper, it builds and burns, but you get a little bit of spice. Like I said, this isn't a challenge. This is just something they make, and it's really good. This chocolate is amazing. I've tried a few of their stuff and things. Not many, but I've tried a few. Everything has tasted great. Even the help outs, people are like, oh, these are horrible. They were focusing more on the heat. And this is very good. I mean, this is awesome. This is worth the wait, trust me. This is so good. You almost forget the fact that there's a Carolina Reaper in there. Now, as far as this goes, it's not really spicy at all. I mean, when you get those cherries, when they're right there, you'll get it. But it's if a normal person would look at this as not a challenge but challenging, I'd be like, okay, well, that's pretty spicy. But if you enjoy spicy food, but not a chili head, this is definitely like a good step in. If you want to dip your toes in the pool, this is a good first step. It's not hot at all. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you get the cherry part, you know that it's been infused. Well, all in all, this is just a great chocolate brownie. It's almost ridiculous that it should taste that good. Well, like I said, stuff I've had for them, it's been amazing. I haven't had, like, I think I've tried 3 other things, and they've all been good. Has some kick to them, especially the Help Puffs, but we all know about that. Got another cherry. This is dense, though. Don't get me wrong. This has some pretty decent weight to it. But now I know why those YouTube guys, when they did this, when they went to another place. This is really good. And when you get to that Reaper cherry, you know about it. But everything else is pretty much just like a really good brownie. So like I said, they have different heat levels. And you can go from stupid spicy to, just like, oh, that has some kick to it. So go to their website and get this. This is amazing. Cherry. But it is moist. I should have brought some milk. I mean, this isn't a challenge. This would go perfect with lots of milk. Not because it's spicy. It's just one of those things where it's like, you eat a good brownie, you want to have some milk with it, or a good cookie. That's what this is. Save this cherry for last. I have to say there's a little bit of a build from the Reapers, but that's what it does. But it's nothing that a usual person might, somebody who's just getting into spicy stuff, they might go, wow, it's starting to. But if you like spicy food, but not like my level, this is a good entry right here. It's not a challenge, but it's still like, you just want to try something out, but still good and still not like, if you've never tried really spicy stuff before, I'm going to do the Pocky chip. Don't. Because first of all, that doesn't taste very good at all. I don't care how many people go, this tastes good. Your taste buds are dead because it tastes horrible. But it's not meant to taste good. This is very delicious. It has some kick. It's not nearly as spicy as the Pocky. In fact, it's not even on the same playing field, but it is very good. Now, when you get to the cherries, it does have some kick to it, and there is a little bit of a build, but I just can't get past how good of a brownie is. It's like, why does it taste that good? Because they actually care. So, this isn't a challenge. It was just kind of like a PSA and a chance to actually finally eat this, which I wanted to in a while. But next one will be a challenge, and since it's from the same company that did the Hell Puffs, I'm expecting it to be painful and regrettable, but that's a me problem, and hopefully you guys get to see me like have my face melt off or something, because the Hell Puffs, that was the second worst challenge I've done. But luckily I've got stuff like this to break up in between the challenges, so that way it's a little bit more enjoyable time-wise for me. I can still get things done, still eat some spicy good stuff, and still put on a video. So the next one will be a challenge video. Hopefully I get it and it comes in one piece, but hopefully the next one will be a challenge video. So this was the Inferno Candy Company's delicious Black Widow brownie. You should go get one of these. These were amazing. And get some milk. Enjoy it.